Today, we're diving into a pretty wild story. It connects a deeply religious pilgrim in Italy, a single brick sealed inside a holy door at the Vatican, and a supposed prophecy from 1983, a prediction that Donald Trump was chosen by God to lead America. So, could it be true? Could a holy man, way back in the early 80s, have actually foreseen Donald Trump's future role in America? It's a huge claim, right? And it's the exact question we're going to unpack, tracing the story all the way from its recent viral fame back to a quiet conversation in Rome. You know, this whole thing really blew up recently because of a viral video. But what is the original story? We're going to go beyond the video and get straight to the first-hand account from the man who says he was actually there when this all went down. So let's start there. How does a story from 1983 just suddenly reappear and get so much attention? Well, it all kicks off in 2017 with a video that really caught fire online. Okay, so this is the video that really lit the fuse. In it, a priest from Rhode Island named Father Giacomo Cabo Verde tells the story of the prophecy. And it took off. We're talking over 500,000 views. This is what put that old claim right back on the map for a whole new generation of people. But here's the thing, and it's a really important detail a lot of people might have missed. Father Cabo Verde, the priest in the video, he wasn't the one who heard the prophecy himself. Nope. He was retelling a story that his friend, a psychiatrist, told him. So right off the bat, the viral video is a second-hand account. Of course, with a claim this big, you can bet people started digging. The story was fascinating, but could any of it be verified? This kicked off a whole effort to trace the claim from that viral video all the way back to its original source. So here's how the information was supposedly passed along. It starts with a man named Tom Zimmer in Italy. He allegedly tells the story directly to a psychiatrist, Dr. Claude Curran. And then years later, Dr. Curran shares it with his friend, Father Cabo Verde, who is, of course, the priest from the viral video. Now, this is where it gets interesting. After that video went viral, an American tour guide working in Loreto, Italy, a guy named Brett Toman, found himself getting flooded with emails. People were asking him to check out the story. He'd never even heard of Tom Zimmer, so he decided to do some investigating himself, right there on the ground. And Toman was very upfront about his initial reaction. He said he was, quote, somewhere between skepticism and suspicion. I mean, who wouldn't be? But after he went and talked to local friars who knew the people involved, he came away with a surprising conclusion. He said he had no reason to doubt the chain of transmission, the way the story was passed from person to person. Toman's investigation led him to one of the local friars. And get this, when he started asking about an American known for his constant prayer, the friar, Father Senedata Eli, apparently cut him off before he could even finish the question. He said, si, Tom Zimmer, of course I remember him. Everyone in town, he said, knew L'Americano, the American. So, with the backstory of the key players seemingly checking out, we can finally turn to the main event, the first-hand account of the man who says he was actually there for the prophecy, Dr. Claude Curran. So this all happened during a very specific and meaningful time. 1983 was a holy year, a special event declared by Pope John Paul II. An essential part of this is the opening of the Holy Door at St. Peter's Basilica, which is a door that's normally sealed completely shut. All right, so according to Dr. Curran, this is how it happened. He was in St. Peter's Square with Tom Zimmer when Zimmer just came out and told him. He said there was a man back in the US who had the hand of God on him, someone who attacked everything with blinding efficiency. And then he named him Donald Trump. Well, Dr. Curran's reaction was pretty much what you'd expect, total disbelief. He knew who Donald Trump was, but this was 1983. Trump's public image was that of a jet-setting playboy millionaire. It seemed like a completely unbelievable prediction, and he told Zimmer just that. But apparently, Zimmer was completely unfazed. And to prove just how serious he was, he told Curran he'd bought one of those special memorial bricks for the Holy Year. And he had it inscribed with Donald J. Trump's name, so it would literally be sealed inside the Holy Door itself, ensuring that prayers and masses would be said for him inside the Vatican. So that's the story of what supposedly happened back in 1983. Now, let's look at why this whole thing reemerged decades later. What modern events are its supporters pointing to as proof that it all came true? This timeline really shows the whole arc of the story. The prophecy is supposedly made in '83, but it stays quiet until that 2017 viral video blows it up. From there, believers in the prophecy point to one specific event as the ultimate proof, an open letter written to President Trump by Archbishop Carlo Maria Vigano. In this letter, the Archbishop, who was a former top papal representative to the U.S., praised Trump for his stance on things like the right to life and the persecution of Christians. For those who believe the prophecy, this letter was everything. This was the moment they felt Zimmer's prediction from 1983 had finally been fulfilled. This whole incredible story really hinges on one guy, doesn't it? Tom Zimmer. So who was he? What kind of person makes a prediction like this? And why would anyone believe him?
Well, according to the people who knew him, Zimmer was a World War II vet who decided to move to Italy to live his life as a pilgrim, totally dedicated to prayer. He was known for being extremely pious, attending multiple masses every single day. He was so well known for it that the locals just called him the American.
And just to put his devotion into perspective, get this. Zimmer himself estimated that he had been present for around 325,000 consecrations. That's the central, most holy moment of the Catholic Mass over the course of his life. It was this intense spiritual focus that really built his reputation as a holy man. And so we're left with the big question that sits at the heart of all this. Was this a genuine premonition from a deeply devout man back in 1983? Or is it a powerful story that was rediscovered and shaped to fit the political events of our own time? The answer to that really depends on what you choose to believe. Thanks for joining us for this explainer.